Hey friends! Something that I don't talk about a lot is the fact that I have PTSD. To give you a little backstory, 3 years ago I was able-bodied. I go to the gym like 5 days a week, and I like to do fun stuff like obstacle courses and climbing in the trees. And climbing in the trees makes me sound like a gorilla, but you know, like those tree obstacle courses. And I loved to play tennis, even though I was horrible at it. I looked like a fool, but I definitely tried to get each and every one of those volleys and etc. Well, 3 years ago, I had an accident. I fell, and because of a medication that I was on, prednisone, my bones were practically non-existent. They were really brittle. So when I fell, I ended up getting 11 compression fractures in my spine, or vertebral compression fractures. Yeah. I had another fall, and so my grand total went up to 17 compression fractures in my spine. I couldn't walk. They told me I'd never walk again. It was pretty crazy. And they did an MRI and all that good stuff and found out that I had compression fractures. I actually lost 3.5 inches of height. I was already short. A little ways into this happening, my mom got sick. My mom was only 52, and she actually went out of work to take care of me. Well, she started getting sick, and first I thought it was like sympathy sickness. But then we realized that my mom had COPD, and it was bad. I think my mom was hiding it for a really long time. I'll just sum it up by saying that as I was sick and going through these really crazy, awful life changes, my mom got sick, who was my rock. And she was also a registered nurse, so she was really helpful. And, you know, we were told we had a while, you know, like she could be up to like 5-6 years. My mom was gone in like 8 months. And I literally watched her die. I don't know any other way to put that. She wanted to be home on hospice, so she actually came to live with me. And, you know, I took care of her as best as I could. Family helped out and such. I saw like the whole process as I was going through this. I was literally in the middle of my whole sickness debacle thing. I ended up having to get like 2 surgeries, and I got shingles like literally the week before my mom passed away. My mom was like one of those moms, like the really awesome, can talk to about anything, best friend kind of moms. And she was really strong, and she was really fierce, and she was my muse. She went back to school in her 40s and like kicked ass. So it was really, really rough to be going through all this stuff on my own and dealing with the change in my life and going from, you know, able-bodied to disabled. So I was dealing with all of that, and then the month before my mom passed away, actually adopted an adult Frenchie, and she was the best. And she was there with me through the entire process, with my mom and everything, and me and my, you know, healing process. And she actually, and we actually lost her in October. So she was my rock. And so I went through, you know, my changes, and then my mom, and then lost my dog. And it doesn't seem, I guess, that horrible when I'm just like laying it out like this, but if you picture, you know, just one morning waking up and not being able to do anything that you used to do, literally not being able to. So in 3 years' time, I lost my ability to walk, and numerous other things that went along with that. Ended up having to get a full hysterectomy and get pushed into menopause, which is a whole other story, and back surgery, and then I lost my mom, and then I lost my dog. So it was really tough, and I don't talk about my PTSD or my depression that much, and I really should. I should talk about it more. And I am a huge proponent of being positive and, you know, just trying to, my mom used to say, pick yourself up from your bootstraps, which just always sounded really funny. I don't know why. I think because in my head I translate bootstraps to like suspenders. What do you do to help you with your mental health? Funny you ask. So to help me when I get really depressed or I'm having a really bad PTSD to really know what the terminology for that is. I read big books that take lots of time. Oh, yeah, sorry. Do you have any other coping mechanisms? Well, actually, I have a baby blanket. Yes, I still sleep with my baby blanket. And to anyone that knows me, you know what I'm talking about. It's yellow! That's right, folks. It's yellow. Yellow is my yellow blanket. Aptly named, I know. I was a very creative child. What? Is there anything that you have that makes you feel safe and secure or makes you feel better? Like yellow! Let me know in the comments below. Tell me about what makes you feel comforted and secure and safe and wonderful. So please don't forget to subscribe below and hit the bell for alerts. Thank you. Bye, friends.